You can't beat it. The early morning breeze, the sound of the music echoing off the buildings and everything.
One of Earl Cotton's favorite things is to make music along a corridor rich in American history.
It's right on the main drag. It's on Pennsylvania Avenue, which Pennsylvania Avenue leads right to the Capitol.
Inspired by scenery,
it looks like a castle right in the heart of D.C., and it's beautiful.
Cotton has been playing in the shadow of one of Washington's treasured landmarks for years.
When I look at the tower, I think of history. You know, the history of Benjamin Franklin, the old post office.
Ben Franklin's steady resolve welcomes visitors who stroll by the old post office.
It was built to be the headquarters of the old post office.
Visitors like Lori Savage and her family.
We were walking around the corner and just astonished at the detail.
This stunning structure, completed in 1899, was the city's first skyscraper. It remains its third tallest building.
Unbelievable building.
Granite walls 5 feet thick support a clock tower that soars 315 feet into the sky.
It's just an awe-inspiring building. It's huge, it's gorgeous.
The observation deck offers jaw-dropping panoramic views of a Capitol rarely seen from this perspective.
We heard it was a great site.
Zach Savage and his dad Brian.
It's a really cool building, yep.
Are like so many fathers and sons before them.
What are some of the details you like about the building?
They're enjoying a majestic place that has kept a watchful eye over a city that watches over a nation.
Looks really cool. I'd like to see the inside of it.
But he cannot go in due to an ever-changing financial landscape.
I think it's a lovely building, and I am sorry that it is being closed.
You see, the old post office was closed earlier this month to visitors. This student tour is the last time the general public will enjoy this magnificent space. In 2 years, it will reopen with the same facade, but an entirely new identity. It's being transformed into a luxury hotel, complete with fine dining and upscale shops, by none other than Donald Trump. He's paying $200 million to the federal government for a 60-year lease.
I think he's kind of overstepping.
Amanda Hickman does not want a 115-year-old national treasure turned over to Trump.
This is D.C. I mean, these are national, historic landmarks, and it's going to be a shame that people like us, everybody walking around won't be able to go upstairs and look at the city.
To understand why such drastic measures are being taken, we have to turn back the clock some 80 years. This architectural gem barely survived the 20th century. The post office moved out in the 1930s to be replaced by various federal offices. The building was deemed obsolete in the 60s, almost demolished in the 70s. Now federal officials say it's simply too expensive to return this statuesque structure to its glory.
It'll preserve it for a long time to come.
Lori Savage is in step with federal officials. They believe this massive makeover preserves a cherished piece of history while saving taxpayers millions.
Well, it certainly beats tearing it down. That would have been a shame.
I don't think you can do anything to make it better than what it is now.
If Earl Cotton could, he would play a lullaby for an old building surrounded by more than a century of memories that to be saved must be fundamentally changed. Jay Korf, News Channel 8.